All right. Good morning. It's a couple hours, actually 3 hours before the open of the stock market in the United States of America. It's time to do some macroeconomics. Let me share my screen. Let's get going. Time to uncover the best fundamental opportunities across the global markets. Just want to let you know that you can try a trial of QuantBox by simply scrolling down. Let's take a look here. Let's log into the database and get the most recent information. Here we are logging into the Google Cloud. All right, expand the screen here. All right, so I always start here in the scatter plot. Again, everything to the top right is a plus plus. Everything in the bottom left is a negative negative, both of which are positive. So everything here on the bottom left-hand side, like Bitcoin dollar, for example, is expected to fall based on quantitative analysis. And sure enough, it has. Aussie Swiss is down, and it should be. Aussie Kiwi should be. Euro Swissy, and it should be. So everything in the strong sell here seems to be doing what it's expected to be doing. Everything to the top right, like look at the Nikkei and the Swissy yen. So these are all in position trades. They're doing exactly what you would expect them to do. Let's kind of just zoom in a little bit and let me get rid of the indices and commodities and zoom into these forex pairs and get a better look. And yes, definitely Aussie is weak today. So everything seems to be right as rain. Euro dollar, Euro CAD, Euro Aussie, they're all a little bit out of position in the moment. You can see Euro yen and all that as well. So let's zoom over and see where we're standing right this second in the market heat map. And you can see right now, Nikkei is the best performer, up almost 1%. Swissy yen up. Okay, Euro beating Aussie, as we already saw, Aussie is quite weak. Euro's beating CAD. Kiwi's beating CAD. Okay, so you can see Euro's very, very strong in here as well. Euro yen is up. Most of the yen pairs are up. Biggest losers in the moment right now, USD South African Rand. So that Rand is gaining some strength, or the US dollar is weak. Bitcoin down, USD Swiss franc down 0.5%, Aussie Swiss franc down 0.5%, CAD Swiss franc down 0.5%, pound Swiss franc down 0.42, Kiwi. Okay, you can see Euro, they're all down. So Swissy, very strong. Now, one sort of like a trader's hack of the day, you can see based on strongest versus weak, we know Swiss franc is strong, but we also know that Euro is strong relative to US dollar. Okay, you can see basically this is ranking strong versus weak. So Euro is stronger than Kiwi, Kiwi is stronger than Pound, Pound is stronger than CAD, CAD is stronger than Aussie, Aussie is stronger than USD. So what you could do is organize the way you're setting up your trades now, because this is real-time data. Let's bring this out and let's take a look again. I want to see what's kind of out of position. I'm going to go back to the scatter plot. And okay, so everything here and everything here has already happened. So maybe we should take a look at Euro dollar very quickly. Okay, so technically everything is fine here. We can see that there can be some up on its way, and that's not happening right now. But anyways, down, 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 down. Everything except, yeah, see that everything except seasonality is favoring dollar, and things are changing on the COT data. Retail traders are heavily long today. So I want to take a look at, so it's a strong sell, but it's an up day. So that's the thing. So let me go into a Euro dollar and see what we have today. Okay, so we know quantitatively, where's my drawing tool? There we go. Let me change the color here. Okay. So we know quantitatively, money should be or could be flowing this way. Okay. We also know that this is technically a bearish market. So that all makes sense. What what we're seeing on the scatter plot is in the moment, euro dollar is up. And so what we're trying to say is just because it's up, it doesn't mean we want to be buying. What we're looking at is overall the technical and fundamental trend for this pair is down. So what we're looking for is resistance. So for today, we are going to look at this area between 102.25. No, so what did I say? 102, sorry. 108, sorry, 108.25 to 108.50 would be a reasonable sell zone if you're looking to be bearish on this pair. Okay, cool. Let's take a quick look. Let me see news events. Let me bust this out. Anything major going on for euro dollar today? Okay, we got Fed speak today. Okay, yeah, yeah, no, no, that's fine. I can bring this out maybe in a bigger calendar. Loading, loading, loading. Oh, I got the event wrong one. Yeah, no wonder. I just want to look at dollar. Let's say, let's just do dollar. Reload this. Yeah, we got that PMI data later today. New home sales. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Um, yeah, the question is, are people still even buying new homes with 6% mortgages? Uh, Probably not, right? So the other thing is there's a shortage of houses, and now in particular, if you own your house, you'll never sell your house because you would sell your house and you probably have a 3% mortgage. And so now, if you sell your house to buy a nicer house, well, not only is your nicer house probably more expensive because home prices are way up because there's a shortage of homes for sale, but also now your new mortgage is 6%. So if you sell your current house, you can only buy half as much house because your monthly mortgage is going to be double. So you're never going to sell your house. And so it'd be interesting. Home sales are going to probably go from bad to worse, but home prices are going to be quite sticky. And that's one of the things that the Fed's looking at. So anyways, we'll add that in there. I don't expect great news out of that. Um, just a quick look. Just want to look at COT data over that euro dollar. And let's see. Yeah. So institutional traders are still quite long euro dollar or euro, I should say. And you can see it's sort of neutral. You see that? So 67% of institutional investors are long dollar and 76 are long euro. So it's really, for a risk off thing, I think, neutral to bearish. Look at that money, right? Money getting short yen, money still quite short S&P 500. So the way I'd look at this is maybe I should pick I should bully a different pair if I'm going to end up buying dollar. Maybe I shouldn't sell euro dollar today. Maybe I should take a look at selling Aussie dollar. The correlation is going to be very high, but the results are statistically or quantitatively probably better with Aussie. So let's just take a look at Aussie dollar very quickly. And yeah, a much better score, much cleaner trade. Remember, euro was sort of in between. So looking at Aussie, I could probably get the same trade Um, yeah, with a lot less friction. So in this case, institutional investors 70% are short Aussie. Remember, euro was 76, was it? Percent long euro. So I don't want to fight those guys by selling euro dollar as much. So maybe I need to pick on this one a little bit better. Everything seems to favor dollar over um, Australian dollar. So you can see seasonality, retail sentiment, technical trends, GDP, inflation, unemployment, interest rates, just everything favors that Aussie. So that seems to be a cleaner trade. So let's go pull that up. So here's my trade plan from last week, in fact, and moving into today. So you see what I'm trying to do. And I've already outlined this for myself. So, we had a down, we have an up, and these trend lines I drew again last week. So that's my plan. Like Australian dollar down to this one to the zero, what is it, 65, 75 area for taking profit. And now I'm limping into this position. So I started this, I think the US closed last night. No, I was in even a little bit before that. So here we are going into, we're at London lunch, going into the New York Open, and my trade plan for the day is going to be that. So I'm short already at 66 and a half. For today, I'd be lucky to get to 66.00 even, maybe 66.85. I don't think I'll get all the way down to 66 and a half, or sorry, 65 and a half yet. I think we'll probably need to pick that up tomorrow. One last thing, just take a look at, let me bring this up again. And I want to look at just see how these yens are doing. By the way, to organize this, you can just organize by trend, and what you do is cross reference. So, like for example, let me zoom in. You organize it, so you just sort it by, let's say, strong reading. Euro yen should be up, pound yen should be up, Aussie yen should be up, Kiwi or Swissy yen should be up. You see the theme? CAD yen should be up, Kiwi yen should be up. So in this case, what it's suggesting obviously is you should look at selling the yen. And if the yen happens to be weak today, there may be an opportunity for continuation. Now, in particular, look at this. The best player today, the best asset today onto the upside is the Japanese stock market. And on those days, the yen tends to weaken. And so you could take a look and see how they're actually performing. Remember, these are technical trends on the daily chart. So it would suggest that maybe those are things you would consider buying dips on. And Kiwi yen is way up today. Euro yen is way up today. And CAD yen is, well, flat. So there's sort of like this flat one. Aussie yen is actually slightly down today. Is there another yen? No. So some of these, like, well, if we're going to sell Aussie dollar, you don't want to buy this one. Maybe almost like as a hedge, you want to look at pound yen or CAD yen as laggers on the yen pairs. So let's just take a look at the yen pairs and see if there's a buy a dip scenario. Okay, so I go to the yen pairs. Because look, we don't want to buy something that's already performing well. We want to buy something that is out of position, meaning it should be bullish, but today it's not very bullish. So we're always trying to, if you're a bull, you're always trying to buy a dip. So that's how you should be using QuantBox. Is there something that's a pullback in a rally? That's what we're looking for. So here's USD yen. This trade I've been in for several weeks. So I just have my stop at, I'm in at 33 and a half. My stop is at 35 and a half. And I have an order for the next entry at 36 and a half. All right. But right now it's moving up and doing fine. But what we want to look at is a laggard like CAD yen is a laggard today. Aussie yen's a laggard, but we don't want to buy that because I'm selling it somewhere else. Euro's already performing well. Kiwi's already performing well. So the question is, is there an opportunity today, maybe on pound yen, to buy a dip? Okay, let's drop into maybe an hourly chart, and it is quite neutral. Okay, so let's find out where the 4-hour 21 is. We're right on that. All right, so that's cool. Little bit of trickiness right here. Let's drag that across. And basically, this is a combination of a moving average play and a breakout play, right? So we're hoping this is going to be ending up as a higher high. Okay, so I think that would be the strategy for the day. We can drop in and check out maybe daily pivots. So let me go into day trading bullish bias and just see where we stand on that. Let me zoom in maybe on a 15-minute chart. And it's still quite neutral. As we know, it's already a laggard, right? We already know that. So yeah, I think I want to treat this as like a breakout type trade. I'm going to identify the bottom is support, top is resistance. It's not a clean trade because, even if you got the first break, you still got a challenge here. But we know yens want to be weak today. So it just depends. Does pound want to be strong? So it'll probably end up something like this if it works out today. Hang on, there's going to be a different move, right? There's going to be sort of like this and then up. And yeah, this chart doesn't tell you if it's going to go any higher. If it even goes up to that level, it still doesn't even tell you if it'll go higher. But once again, we know, at least quantitatively, this yen should be weak. We just don't know if anybody wants to buy pound. Okay. Your other choice is buy something that is already performing well. And you might want to do, I was going to do Swissy yen, but that's not one I typically trade. So let's say Euro's on fire today, maybe. Here's the trade plan from yesterday or 2 days ago. I guess so. Same kind of setup, I think, is that pound, but probably cleaner fundamentals. So you have this up. Okay. In fact, let me change the time frame. Let me get out of the 1 hour. Let me put it on a 4-hour. I think it's cleaner. Yeah, much cleaner. Okay. So on the 4-hour, here's what it is. Up, 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 down, down, buy. Up, 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 down, down, buy. Technically, we're riding to 21. Fundamentally, because of yield curve control, Japanese yen should be weak. This is a buy zone already identified previously. In fact, last week, we locked that into stone. And so now the current technical plan would be up there. So, take a look at both euro and pound for the day. Okay. Let me bring up the, okay. And I forgot to read the disclaimer. So let's do that before I get into trouble. And then we'll end it for today. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term. Never risk money you cannot afford to lose. See you, everybody. Have a great trading day. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you.